Streamer. Powered by Streamer. Stream your podcast, stream your story, stream yourself. Try it free at streamr.nyc.
My name is Thomie Isreal. My mother didn't give me that name. I gave myself that name. That with the hope that I can live by it, stand by it when it's all said and done, I lived up to it. And this is the Daily Bag Podcast. It's a Sunday, so I ain't gonna preach to you much, man. I'm just checking on you, man. I tell you, this is really about myself. This is really a conversation with myself, and you get a chance to listen in as I talk to myself and try to inspire myself. You know, try to save my own life, man. This is about saving my life. And I'll be honest with you, since I started this podcast, I've been feeling good, man. I tell you, I've been 1% better, man. I'm so happy to be back on the podcast scene, man. I like this one even better than my last one, man. The Shoshi Corner podcast, I can't front, man. I used to love it, man. I used to love it. But this is a little different. The agenda is a little different because this one is more... Let's put it this way. When I was doing the Shoshi Corner podcast, it was more like going to the dentist. You know what I'm saying? It was like going to the dentist. When I'm doing this one, it's more like major surgery. This is something I gotta do. This ain't something this is something I gotta do. So I do it. And it's a Sunday, so I'm gonna go kind of light on you. I want this to be one of my shortest ones. And I just want to check in and make sure that when you got up this morning, that you told yourself that you love you. That you loved you, that you looked in that mirror when you got to that bathroom and did what you had to do, that you looked in that mirror and you said, yo, I love you, man. Because that's what I did, man. I made sure I did that. That's the first thing I did. Then I went and, I did my little prayer. And I took a time out before I got to the social media and to the emails or to anything, man. I just took a time out to reflect. You know what I'm saying? Reflect on yesterday, reflect on today, and what I want to do tomorrow, man. That's what I did, man. That's my key, and you might have your own keys. Don't follow my keys. Follow your keys to success, man. Follow your keys. But I know for me, I want to be the person that I know I can be. I want to be the person that I know I can be, and I know that I can be something special. I gotta stop dodging. Let's put it like this. I gotta do right. You know what I said in the last podcast? I said it's so hard to do wrong, man. It takes so much effort to do wrong. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're trying to steal a candy bar at the supermarket at the counter. You know when you at these supermarkets, when you get to the counter, they have all the candy bars and everything set up at the counter, and then the cashier ain't looking at. Now look what you look for $1 candy bar, right? You looking around, you trying to check, you doing all of this to get this $1 candy bar when you got $1 in your pocket. It's too hard to do wrong, man. It's a little easy to do right, man. But remember, it's Sunday, so I ain't going to try to pull your ear too long. I just want to tell you one thing. Never, because I was watching a football game yesterday, and it's a guy named C.J. Anderson, right? C.J. Anderson was playing for the Raiders. Raiders has had the worst records in the NFL this year, right? Great coach. I love Gruden, but they had the worst record, one of the worst records in the NFL this year, man. They cut him. They cut C.J. Anderson, right? He, in the middle of the season, they cut him. The Rams pick him up. And he could have gave up. He could have stopped working out. He could have told his agent. He could have gave up hope and let up on the weights and let up on the working out and gave up hope. But he kept his dream. He kept believing. He kept working out. He wasn't on no team, but he kept working out. He kept doing what he had to do. He kept doing right. He got picked up by the Rams. And yesterday, he done did a record. He done broke a record, man. He got picked up and went all out. That's what I like to do. I like to go after success it's like it's revenge. I go after success like I'm revenging my brother's death. That's how I have to go after success. That's how he went at it. He didn't give up on his dream. He got that opportunity. Yesterday on that primetime stage. He wowed out until he got a record. And he's the backup. And he went all out. You cannot give up on your dream. I don't care who you are. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what color you are, how much money you have. You cannot give up on your dream. You have to keep going and believe in who you want to be. You got to go after who you want to be. Remember, I'm talking to myself. You just get an opportunity to listen. Because I'm trying to inspire myself. I'm talking from my heart. No editing, no going back, no none of that. Whatever comes from my heart is what's staying on this recording, what's going to be published. You have to go after success like you're revenging your brother's death. Don't give up on your dream, man. Don't give up on your dream. No matter what. They thought he was done. That's why they cut him. They thought he was no good. That's why they cut him. He could have let that trickle down to him. But he didn't. Because he believed in him. He believed in his dream. And he went all out yesterday. He broke a record. I hope the best for him moving forward. Moving forward, I hope the best for him. But he did what he had to do on that major stage yesterday. Now somebody else got to break that record. He done held up a record. Because he believed in himself. Like me, I got to believe in myself. Your situation might not be as bad as mine. It might be worse than mine. But your situation might not be as worse than mine. Right now, I'm living in a shelter. I told you it's like living in a dorm because I'm in a better position. Because I told you what I did. I just replaced expectation with appreciation. So I look at it as like I'm living in a college dorm with a couple of roommates. Not just one, not but two, but a couple of roommates, man. Your situation might be as bad as mine, man. So you gotta appreciate your situation. I'm in a shelter and I'm still gonna get up and I'm still gonna go to my job. And I'm gonna get 2 jobs because one ain't enough. One ain't enough for me to be successful. Nah, not when you going for success like I'm revenging my brother's death. Nah, I'm getting back in my bag every day. I gotta get to the bag, the daily bag, to be 1% better than I was yesterday, man. And that's the goal, man. That's the goal. Don't give up on your dream. I'm not giving up on my dream. Nah, I'm not going to be, I lost a 6 figures a year. People lost 10 million, 20 million, 100 million and make it back. Come on, man. When I lost 6 figures, I ain't nothing to make it back from. I'm about to soar past that. I'm not giving up on my dream, man. I'm not giving up on my dream. You can't give up on your dream. You got to wake up. You gotta tell yourself you love yourself, man. That's the only way. You got to get that in your brain to tell yourself you love yourself, man. You got to make sure that you're doing 1% better than you did yesterday. You can't give up on your dream. You got to replace expectation with appreciation. You got to believe and you want to be the person that you know you can be. Right? You ain't weak. You ain't born to be obese. You ain't born to have a low education in an era of high inflation. Come on, man. I know you better than that. I know you better than that. All you have to do is do right. Just be 1% better. Just 1% better. That's all it takes. Just 1% better, man. No matter what it is, 1% better. And then I'm going to hang it up on that, man. I just want to say that, man, because the kid, CJ, I look for inspiration. I look all around for inspiration, man. I don't care where it's coming from. I'm searching for inspiration, man. And C.J. Anderson, he inspired me yesterday because I seen him running. I seen him hitting those holes like he was revenging his brother's death. He was going at him. He was running over them boys, man. He was running over them Cowboys, man. There's nothing they could do. They started coaching them up and trying to do all of that. And nah, it didn't matter. He was in the zone. He was in that space. And there was nothing they was going to be able to do to stop that boy. And there's nothing they going to do to stop me. And you better not let them stop you. Go after your dreams. Don't give up no matter who you are, how old you are, what color you are, what part of the country you in. Don't give up on your dreams, man, because you just never know. But if you give up, you're done. But if you keep going, you never know. You never know what tomorrow gonna bring. My name is Thomie Isreal, man. I thank you for listening, man. And I'm gonna listen back on this tomorrow, and I hope I'm inspired and motivated to be able to dominate. Until next time, man. Thanks for listening.